Hello, students. Based on several requests from my students that I have to discuss this exercise 9A.3. So therefore, I have provided this video. Let's start with number 1. Solve for x on domain x greater than or equal 0, less than or equal 2 pi. Okay. If cosine x, how? Okay, right. I'm gonna use this diagram to determine cosine x. Look this diagram. There are two diagrams, and this is the first diagram, and this one the second diagram. So look the second diagram, and let's find cosine x equals half. As my previous explanation that I have explained, this coordinate point consists of cosine x and sine x. Cosine x is the first number, while sine x is the second number. For example, this 1.0. 1 is the value of cosine x. 0 is the value of sine x. Okay. And this one, square root 3 over 2 is the value of pi over 6, while half is the value of sine pi over 6. Again, square root 3 over 2 is the value of cosine pi over 6, and half is the value of sine pi over 6. Okay. So how about cosine x equals half? Cosine x equals half this number and this number. Okay. So it means this is 1 to 2 over 6 pi, and this one 10 over 6 pi. 1a x equals this 2 over 6 pi, or pi third. Okay, and as well x equals 10 over 6 pi, or I'm going to scroll down. Okay, or 5/3 pi. So what would be? Sine x equals minus pi over square root 2. It means we have to find the second number. Okay. 1 over pi, 1 over square root 2, 1 over square root 2. At the first diagram, 1 over negative square root 2, I mean, 1. Okay, and this one. It means the x equals 5 pi. Okay, 5 pi fourth, or this one, 5, 6, 7, 7 pi over 4. Okay. So the solution for 1a, x equals pi third or 5 pi third, while b, x equals 5 pi fourth or 7 pi over 4. C. Tangent x equals 1 over square root 3. It means it's 1 because square root tangent x equals 1 sine x over cosine x equals look this coordinate point. It means half over square root 3 over 2. It becomes half times square root 3, times 2 over square root 3. It becomes 1 over square root 3. Yeah. It means it means x equals this coordinate point equals pi over 6, and this one as well. This is 7 or 7 pi over 6. Okay. D. D sine x equals -1. Sine x equals -1, we have to look at the second number, -1, this, okay. So it means x equals 3 pi, supposed to be 9 over 6 pi. 9 pi over 6, simplify becomes 3 pi half. E. Cosine x equals 0. Cosine x equals 0, the first number is 1, it means, okay. Cosine x equals 0 and it's 1 as well. So x equals half pi or it's 1, 3 half pi. And then f, I'm gonna use this space, okay. F tangent x equals 0. If tangent x equals 0, so x equals, look the diagram. If tangent x equals 0, It means 0 over over a number. This one, because 0 over 1 equals 0. So x equals 0. What else? And this one as well. Okay. Pi or 2 pi. Because the interval from 0 to 2 pi. Number 2, solve x on the domain 0 to 2 pi. 2 sine x equals square root 3. If square root 3, it means sine x equals square root 3 over 2, or half square root 3. Square root 3 over 2, we could see the sine x, this one. X equals pi 2 pi over 6, or pi third. Okay. And as well, this one and this one as well. Okay. Square root 3 over 2. It means 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 or 4 pi over 6, 2 pi third. So for sine x, for A, x equals pi third or 2 pi third. B, 3 cosine x plus 3 equals 0. Okay, we can simplify, becomes 3 cosine x equals negative 3. Cosine x equals negative 1. Equals negative 3 over 3. So again, we need this diagram, this circle diagram. If cosine negative 1, if cosine negative 1, the cosine negative 1, okay, this, it means x equals pi. Okay, next C. 2 tangent x equal 2 tangent x minus 2. 2C. Okay. 2 tangent x minus 2 equals 0. So it is 2 tangent x equals 2. So tangent x equals 1. Okay, so x equals, it's supposed same value between cosine and sine. Same values are, wait, 1, 2, uh, 3, 4, the same values are, oh, this one here. This and this one. So pi over 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over 4. Or 5 pi over 4. Okay. Number 3. Solve x on the domain x greater than or equal 0, less than or equal 4 pi. Okay. 2 cosine x plus 1 equals 0. Okay. The interval 0 to 4 pi. So therefore, I have created this diagram. Okay. Cosine x, and this is the gradient. This is the straight line of y equals negative half. Okay. Let's we look for 3a. 2 cosine x plus 1 equals 0. 2 cosine x equals negative 1. So cosine x equals negative half. So x, okay, x equals, okay, look the intersection between this straight line y equals negative 12 and this graph y equals cosine x. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 intersection. So it means x has 4 values. Okay, so it means this is the first, second, third, and fourth values. The first one is, we can see here, okay, cosine x equals negative half. Okay, we check cosine x. This one, this is 4 over 6 pi. Okay, okay, 4 over 6 pi, and then, or we may simplify, becomes 2/3 pi. The second one is if negative, this one, okay, 7 pi, 8, yeah, 8 over 6 pi. So x equals 8 over 6 pi, or we may simplify, becomes 4/3 pi. Okay. So this is 2/3 pi. This is 4/3 pi. Okay. This one is x equals 2/3 pi. Okay. 2/3 pi plus, oh, wait, this is 8. It means if this is 2/3, 4/3, or 8/3. Okay. 8/3 pi. Let's see this one. 8/3 or 16. Yeah, 16, 16/6. Yeah. Okay, if this is plus 2 pi, it's gonna be 3 times 2, 6 plus 2, 8. Okay. And then x, this one, 10/3 or 4. So pi plus 2 pi, 10/3 pi. So x equals uh, x equals 2/3, 4/3 pi, okay, 8/3 pi or 10/3 pi. Okay. This one. This is square root 2 sine x minus 1. So sine x 1 over square root 2. If 1 over square root 2, it means x equals, okay, look the intersection. This is graph sine x, while this is the graph y equals 1 over square root 2. So there are 4 intersections. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to find this one. Okay. Sine 1 over 2, sine x 1 over 2, this one. No, positive 1 over 2, this one. After that, this one. Okay. 1 over 4, and then 3, 4. Okay. X equals 1 over 4 pi. Okay. Or 4 or pi over 4. And then after that, just now 3, 4. Okay. After that, this is, wait, 1/4. Are you going to find this one? Okay. Plus 2 pi. 9/4 pi. So this is 9/4 pi. Okay. And now this one is x equals 3/4 plus 2 pi, 11. Yeah, because 4 times 2 was 8, 8 plus 3, 11. Or 11/4. This one, this is tangent. Tangent x equals 1. If tangent x equals 1, it means cosine x and sine x have same value. On this diagram, we back to this diagram. Same values are, the same values are this. Cosine x equals 1 negative 1 over square root 2, sine x as well, negative 1 over square root 2. And this one as well as positive. So x equals pi over 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. So x equals pi over 4, okay, 5 pi over 4. Uh, and next, let's check pi over 4 plus, yeah, this is pi over 4. This is 5 pi over 4. Yeah, on this diagram. The third one is this one, pi over 4 plus 2 pi. It becomes 4 times 2 plus 1, 9. 9 pi over 4. Okay, this is 9 pi over 4. And this one, x equals 5 pi over 4 plus 2 pi. 4 times 2 plus 5, 13. 10 pi over 4. This one, or 13 pi over 4. Number 4, solve for x on the domain x greater than or equal negative 2 pi, less than or equal 2 pi. If a 2 sine x plus 3 equals 0. Right. Two sine x plus 3 plus square root 3, sorry, equals 0. So it is 2 sine x equals negative square root 3. Sine x equals negative square root 3 over 2. Okay. Or half, negative half square root 3. Okay, let's define negative half square root 3. Or square root 3 half. Sine negative square root 3 half. This one. 8 over 6 pi. And as well, wait, negative, and this one. 8 over 6, and then 10 over 6. Okay. But on from negative 2 pi, okay. Now from negative 2 pi, it means, okay, from negative 2, okay, negative 2 third pi. Okay. Okay. So this is, wait, I'm going to show you. Yeah. This is a graph of sine x, okay, from negative 2 pi. This is negative pi until 2 pi here. So we're going to find the the intersection that this is negative 4 over 6 pi x 4 over 6 pi or negative 2/3 pi. After that, this one, this one I mean, okay, so this one I mean, not this one, this is a negative 4 over 6, okay, or 2/3, okay, negative 2/3. So what this one? X equals negative 1/3 or 2 over 6 pi, negative 1/3 pi. Now this one, this one, this is negative 2/3 pi plus 2 pi. Okay, it becomes 3 times 2, 6 plus 8. Okay. 2 minus 6 minus 2, 4. Okay. After that, this is this one. Okay. Negative pi third plus 2 pi. Okay. 6 minus 1, 5 third pi. Okay, so x negative 2 pi third and negative pi third, 4 third pi, or 5 third pi. For B, square root 2 cosine x plus 1 equals 0. So it is square root 2 cosine x equals negative 1. So cosine x equals negative 1 over square root 2. Okay. Negative 1 over square root 2 in circle diagram, that is x equals 3/4 pi and 5/4 pi if you look the circle diagram. But this is 3/4 and this is 5/4 pi. How are we going to find this intersection and this intersection point as well? So this one is x equals 3/4 pi minus 2 pi. 8 minus 3, negative 5/4 pi. This one, negative 5/4 pi. And this one is 5/4 pi minus 2 pi. 8 minus 5, 3. Okay. 3, negative 3/4 pi. So x are negative 5/4 pi, negative 3/4 pi, 3/4 pi or 5/4 pi. For C, tangent x equals -1. This is tangent x graph, and this is y equals -1. There are 4 intersections. Okay, we're gonna find this one this one x, how much it is, x, x2, x3, x4. Okay, tangent x equals -1 is there are two possibilities between negative negative square root 1 over square root 2 over 1 over square root 2, or 1 over square root 2 over -1 over square root 2. Okay, so it means x, okay, x equals 3/4 pi and 7/4 pi. This is 3/4, this one, and the second, this is 7/4. Okay, this one, the first one is x equals 3/4 pi minus 2 pi. It is -8 plus 3, -5/4 pi. So how about this one? So this is -5/4. How about this? That is, what I'm writing here, 7/4 pi minus 2 pi. -8 plus 7, -1. Yeah, -5/4. So x are -5/4, -1/4 pi, 3/4 pi, or 7/4 pi. Number 5, solving for x on x interval 0 to pi. Okay, so 5a, cosine squared x equals 3/4. So cosine x equals square root 3/4. Okay, or cosine x equals plus minus square root 3 half. Okay, because square root 4 equals 2. If plus minus half, square root 3 half, I mean, cosine the first number. Okay, we could see firstly negative. Okay, firstly positive, because recall that the interval I'm going to writing here to pi. Okay, 0 to pi. So yeah, and it negative positive cosine This one, this is negative, okay. This is negative, and this one positive. Okay, there are four, okay, 4x values. So x are uh, 1, yeah, this is 1/6. Yeah, 1/6 pi. Okay, after that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5/6 pi. And then for x3, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, or this one, 9, 10, 11. 11 pi/6. Yeah, 5b. 5b sine square root x equals 1. So it means sine x equals square root 1. So sine x plus minus 1. Sine x, the second number, sine x plus 1 and minus 1. This is, and this one. That's so x equals half pi, or 9/6. Yeah, 3 half pi. Oh, 5c, I mean. Tangent square x equals 3. So tangent x plus minus square root 3. Yeah. So x x are, wait, three, it square root 3, it means square root 3/2 and half, or negative one of them. So there are, oh, sine over cos, sorry, opposite. It means half and square root 3/2. Okay, I'm gonna find this. 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. It means pi, yeah, 2 pi/6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This one, 10. Yeah. Or we may simplify becomes 1/3. So that 2/3 pi, 4/3 pi, 5/3 pi. That is 5c. Okay. Number 6. If x interval from 0 to pi, state the domain of A, B, C, D until F. Okay. A. If x interval from 0 to pi to x, it means 0 times 2, 0, and 2 pi times 2, 4 pi. Next, B. Okay, x divided by 4, it means 0 divided by 4, still 0. 2 pi divided by 4, okay, it becomes 0 to half pi, okay, or pi over 2. C, uh, x plus pi over 2. Okay. If x plus pi over 2, it means pi over 2 plus 0, and 2 pi plus pi over 2. It becomes 5 half pi. This is pi half. D, x minus pi over 6. X minus pi over 6. 0, 2 pi. It means 0 minus pi over 6. 2 pi minus pi over 6. X minus pi over 6 greater than or equals negative pi over 6, less than or equal 2 minus, 6 times 2, 12, yeah, 11. Okay. 2 times 6 equals 12 minus 1, 11. E. This one. 2 pi. Firstly, I'm going to find if x minus pi over 4. it means 0 minus pi over 4 to pi minus pi over 4. Okay, x minus pi over 4, negative pi over 4. 4 times 2, 8 minus 1, 7. After that, times 2. Okay, 2 times x minus pi over 4. It means this is time 2. 2 times 4. 2 times 7, 4 pi. 2 times x minus pi over 4. 2, so 7 half pi. This is negative pi half. Okay. And next is negative x. Zero to pi. If negative x, it means times negative x, it will be 0 times negative 1. We have to change the direction because of times negative times or divided negative. We have to change the direction to pi times negative 1. So it will be 0 minus 2 pi, or we can change the direction like this. Okay, negative 2 pi and 0 here. 7. If x has interval negative pi to pi, state the domain of 3x, x over 4, x minus pi over 2 to x plus pi over 2, negative 2x, and pi minus x. Okay. 7a. If x has interval negative pi to pi, and if x becomes 3x, it means negative pi should be times 3. Negative 3 pi. And this is times 3 as well. 3 pi. 7b. Okay, if x, again, interval from negative pi to pi, if x divided by 4, as well, negative pi divided by 4, and pi divided by 4 as well. 7c. X minus pi over 2. Okay. If x minus pi over 2, it means this is negative pi minus pi over 2 as well. Pi minus pi over 2. So x minus pi over 2, it becomes minus 3 half, negative 3 half pi, and this one 4 minus 1, 3 half pi. Okay. This is, sorry, negative 2 Yeah, correct. 7D. 2x plus pi over 2. Negative pi. Okay. If 2x, it means times 2 times 2. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna move. Okay, I'm gonna move into this space. Okay. Okay, just now like this. Negative 2 pi. 2 pi. Okay. That is number 7D. So if 2x plus pi half, it means negative 2 pi plus pi half. 2 pi plus pi half. So it becomes negative 4 plus 1, negative 3 half pi. And this one, 5 pi, 5 pi half. 7e. If x interval negative pi to pi, 2x, negative pi times 2, negative 2 pi. Pi times 2 as well. 2 pi. If negative 2x, we have to change the direction. Becomes, times negative becomes 2 pi. Times negative becomes negative 2 pi. And it's going to be negative 2 pi x. Okay. This is negative 2 pi. This is 2 pi. Seven f pi minus x. Okay, if x, negative pi here and pi here, the interval, pi minus x, it means pi minus pi. Okay. And then this one, minus x first. Okay. If minus x, it's going to be change the direction. It becomes positive pi. This is negative pi. If pi minus x, it means plus pi. So it is, if plus pi becomes pi plus pi, if plus pi becomes pi minus pi, so it is, sorry, pi minus x, 2 pi, 0. So number 7f becomes pi minus x, 0 to pi. Take, solve exactly for x interval 0 to 3 pi. If a cosine x equals half. Okay. If cosine x equals half, then let's check the first one this and the second one this. Okay, it means x equals 1, 2. Okay, 2 over 6 pi or 1/3 pi, and x2 is x1, 10 over 6 pi or 5/3 pi. X3, we have to find x3 because the interval until 3 pi. Okay, so it means 1/3 pi plus pi. It is, let's check, oh, I'm not pi but 2 pi. Okay, because 3 times not only pi but 2 pi. I mean 2 pi here. And it will be 7. Okay. X4, 5/3 pi plus 2 pi. 3 times 2 plus 5, 11. It is 3 2/3 pi. Okay. And we will not using this x values because this number over than 3 pi. Okay. So x are 1/3 pi, 5/3 pi, or 7/3 pi. 8b. Cosine to x equals half. Similar with number 8a. So 2x1 equals 6 pi. So it means x1 equals 2 over 12 pi or 1/6 pi. Okay. And after that, it's already 2x2 equals this one 10. 6 pi. So x2 equals 10 over 12 pi or 5 over 6 pi. Okay. Now x third. We're going to check one by one until 3 pi. 1/6 pi plus pi 7 over 6 pi x4. X4 is 5 pi over 6 plus pi equals, okay, x fifth is 7 6 plus pi. It's gonna be 6 times 1 plus 7, 13. Equals 11. Okay, yeah. 6 times 1, okay, 17. X7, and the 17, 17 divided by 6, 6 times 2. Oh, not yet 3. Okay, next. Pi. 6 times 1 plus 13, 19. 19, 3, sorry, 3 times 6, 18 plus 1. Over then 3 pi. Okay, now I need these x values. Okay, so x are x are 1 over 6 pi, 5 over 6 pi, 7 over 6 pi, 11 over 6 pi, 13 over 6 pi, or 17 over 6 pi. XC. Cosine x plus pi over 3 equals half. Okay, still cosine. Okay, it means x1 plus pi third equals to 6 pi. Okay, so x1 equals, yeah, this is pi over 3. Okay, pi over 3 minus pi over 3 equals 0. x2. x2 plus x2 plus pi third. X2 plus, yeah, pi third equals 10. Yeah, 10 over 6 just now. Okay. So x2 equals, this is 5, 5 third, 4 third pi. Okay, x3. Okay, the space. x3 pi third plus this one to 6 pi plus 2 pi. So it is 14 pi over 6. So x3 equals 7 pi third minus 6 over 3. Next, x4 equals this is 10. $22. X4 x4 equals 11 pi over 3. It is 10. Over than 3 pi. Okay. We will not using that as x value. So it means the x values are 0, x2 4 pi third, and x3 or 2 pi. Okay. Number 9. Solve for x 0 to 2 pi. Okay. If sine 2x equals negative half. Nine A. Okay. Sine 2x equals negative half. It means 2x1 equals a negative half. The second number, negative half, which one? This negative half and this one. Okay. 7 over 6. 7 pi over 6. It means x1, 7 pi over 12. Okay. X2, now 2x2 equals this one, 11 pi over 6, or x2 equals 11 pi over 12. Next, x3, 2x3 equals 7 pi over 6 plus 2 pi. It is 19. So x3 equals 19 pi over 12. X4 to x4, 11 pi over 6 plus 2 pi. So it is 23. So it means x4 equals 23 over 12 pi. So x, if you check x5, x5 would be over than the interval over than 2 pi. Okay. X5, let's check. X5 would be, yeah, to x5, 19 pi over 12. Okay, plus, yeah, plus 2 pi is over than 12, 24, 24 plus 19, 43. Okay. Yeah, over then 2 pi. So x are 7 over 12 pi, 11 pi over 12, 19 pi over 12, 23 pi over 12. 9b. 9b question is cosine 3x. Okay. Root 3 half. So 3x1 equals pi over 6. If you check 3 half, okay. So it means x1 equals pi over 18. Yeah. 3 half is 1. Cosine. Okay. That's cosine. Yeah, cosine 1 over 6, and this one 11 over 6. Okay. So pi over 18 and 3x2 equals, there's now 11 over 6. So x2 equals over 18. Yeah. Now 3x3 pi over 6 plus 2 pi 13. So x3 equals 13 over 18. Then x4, 3x4. 11 pi over 6, okay, plus 2 pi. It is 23 pi over 6. So x4 equals 23 pi over 18. 3x 5. 13 pi over 6 plus 2 pi. Okay. It is 25. So this is 3x. So x5, 25 over 18 pi. Next, 3x6. I have to separate this. 3x6. 23 pi over 6 plus 2 pi. 12 plus 23. 35 pi over 6. Or x6 equals 35 over 18 pi. X7, 25 over 6 pi plus 2 pi. It will be 37. Yeah, this is over than 6 pi. Okay. So it means x are pi over 18. Okay. 11 pi over 18. 13 pi over 18. X 423 pi over 18. 25 pi over 18, or 35 pi over 18. Number 9C. Okay. 9C. Tangent to x minus square root 3 equals 0. Tangent to x equals positive 3. So to x equals 2 pi over 6. Because if you check on the diagrams, square root 3 is 2 pi over 6. So x1, 2 pi over 12. Or it is pi over 6. After that, 2x2. 8 pi over 6. So x2, 8 pi over 12. Divided by 4. 2/3. Now x4, x3, 2x3. 2 pi over 6 plus 2 pi, 14 pi over 6. So x3, 14 pi over 12. 7 pi over 6. That's if next x4. If x4, let me check x4. 8 pi over 6 plus 2 pi. So x4 equals 12 plus 8. Okay, 20 pi over 6. Okay, so it means x4, 20 pi over 12. Divided by 4. Okay. If divided by 4, it is, yeah, 5/3 pi. So x, if x5 over than the interval, so the conclusion is x equals pi over 6, 2 pi third, x3 is 1, 7 pi over 6, or 5 pi third. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to using this space for 9D because 9A, B, C already. Now 9D. Okay. Okay, I'm going to reinforce this. Okay. 90 sine x half equals 1 over square root 2. Okay. If you look this diagram, yeah, sine 1 over square root 2 is this one, okay, and this one. So 1/4 and 3/4. Okay. So x over 2, x1 over 2 equals pi 4. Okay. It means times 2. Okay. And if times 2, this becomes, yeah, pi half. After that, x2 half equals pi over, wait, 3 pi over 4. X times 2, 6 divided by 4. If 6 divided by 4, it will be 3 half pi. And x3, okay, 3 pi half plus pi. It will be 2 times 5. Okay, pi over then 2 pi. So no need this x. So x are pi half, 3 half pi, or, yeah, on that. Only pi over 2 or 3 half pi. Yeah. Next, 9E. 9E. 2 cosine x half plus 1 equals 0. Okay. Okay, for these questions, I need more space. So I have to clean this area first. Supposed to be I have to provide more space for this number, but I forgot to provide more space for this number. I think, yeah, it's okay if we clean first this area. I thought we just need space like this, but actually more space we need. Okay. 9E, 2 cosine x half plus 1 equals 0. 2 cosine x half equals -1. So cosine x half equals minus half. Okay. If minus half, it means, look this diagram. Cosine x over 2 equals minus half. Okay. Cosine minus half, this one. And this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, and 8/6. Okay. So x1/2, 4π/6. It means x1, if times 2 becomes 8/6. 8/6 being 4/3 pi. Okay. I'm gonna move here. Now x2/2. Just now 8π/6. So x2, if times 2, it becomes 16/6 pi. Eight over 6 pi. Okay, so the interval, okay. Simplify. Okay, x3 equals 4π/6 plus 2 pi. Okay, so it becomes 16. 16 pi/6. So x3 times 2, 32. So it is 6 times 5. Wow. Over than 2 pi. Okay. If this one 18, oh, supposed to be this one as well. Wait, three times 2, this one as well, over than 2 pi. Oh, it means x just 4/3 pi. F, oh, I have to clean first this area. Because number 9 consists of 6 questions, A, B, C, D, E, and F. So if you understand yet these explanations, you may learn first my previous video. Okay, because you need the clearly understanding regarding this topic on my previous explanations. Okay, 9F. I'm gonna check the question first. Three tangent x third minus 3, okay, equals 0. Or we may change this equation becomes equals 3 and tangent x third equals 1 because 3 divided by 3. It means x1 over 3 equals pi, or because tangent 45 equals 1. Okay, so times 3 gonna be 3 by 4. I'm gonna move here. X2 third equals uh, pi 4, okay, plus yeah, plus pi, I think. Yeah, it becomes, oh no, 5 pi. If we check on, we have to check here first. Okay. This one. And this one. Okay. Pi over 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over 4. Okay. Okay. So it means x2 equals times 3, 15 pi over 4. It is 4 times 3 plus 3 pi over then 2 pi. So x equals 3 pi over 4. Next, number 10. Okay, I'm going to clean first this. Then solve for x on this interval, 0 to 2 pi. Okay. If cosine squared 3x equals 1/4, it means cosine 3x square root 1/4. So it means cosine 3x equals plus minus half. Yeah. Because square root 1 is 1, square root 4 is 2. So cosine 3x equals plus minus half. Now, let's define x1. 3x1 equals cosine, which cosine has value half. This one. Okay, half and negative half. Okay, this one. As well this and this. Okay, 2/6. This one 4/6, 8/6, and 10/6. Okay, so firstly 2 pi/6. If 2 pi/6, meaning x1 equals 2/18 pi. So it is pi nth. Okay. Three x2 equals, it's now this one 4/6. Okay. 4 pi/6. So x2 equals 4/18 pi, or 2 nth pi. Three x3, that one 8/6. 8 pi/6. So it will be x third 8/18 pi, 4 nth pi, 3x fourth. We need to check first the diagram. That one 10. This one 10/6 pi. So x4 10/18 pi. Divided by 2, 5 nth pi. Okay. After that, 3x5. Okay. I'm going to use this space. 2/6, this one, plus 2 pi equals 12 plus 2, 14/6. So x fifth is 14/18 pi. 7/9 pi. Next, 3x6. 4 pi/6 plus 2 pi means 12 plus 4, 16. 8/3. Oh, it means that is 3x6. So it means x6 equals 8/9. Okay. 3x7, 8 pi over 6 plus 2 pi, 3x7, 20 over 6 pi, so x7, 20 over 18 pi. Simplify becomes 10 over 9 pi. 3x8. 10 over 6 pi plus 2 pi. From this 10 over 6. 22 pi over 6. Then x8 equals 22 over 18 pi. Simplify, x8 equals 11 over 9 pi. Now move here. 3x9. 14 over 6 pi plus 2 pi. 26. 13 over 3 pi. So x9, 13 over 9 pi. Okay, it will be 28. To simplify becomes 3x, x11, twelve plus 20, 32. So x11 equals 32 over 18. Simplify, 16 pi over 9. 3x12 plus 2 pi. 34 pi over 6. So x12, 34 pi over 18, 17 over 9 pi. Okay, so x has 12 values. 1, 4, 5, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 values. Right. Next, 10B. I'm going to look at question 10B. Sine square 2x equals 1. Okay. Sine, we may simplify these equations, become sine 2x equals square root 1. So sine 2x equals positive and negative 1. Okay. So 2x1, we're going to find sine how much equals 1. Equals 1 this, and this 1 and negative 1. Okay. So it means 2x1 equals pi half. So x1 equals pi over 4. Okay. Wait. Now x2. So x2 equals 3 half pi. So x2 equals 3/4 pi. Okay. X3 now. Three pi over 2 equals 5. 5 half pi. So x third equals 5/4 pi. X fourth, 2x4 equals 5 pi over 2 plus pi. 7 pi half, so x4 7/4 pi. So it means x has 4 values. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you calculate for x5 or x5th, you're gonna find that x5th over then the interval. Okay, so therefore x values just 4 values. xc, I'm going to clean first this area. Okay, because I'm going to use this area. I thought the area enough for my solutions for this, but actually not enough. So I have to clean first this. Okay. Okay. The question is tangent squared. Okay. Tangent squared x half equals 1/3. So tangent x half equals square root 1/3. Okay. Or tangent x half equals 1 over square root 3. That. So 1 over square root 3. Yeah, I forgot that this is positive and negative. Okay. So half x equals yeah, for this for positive 1 over square root 3 from this one. Okay, because half over square root 3 half equals half times 2 over square root 3, 1 over square root 3. Yeah. This one as well. Okay. After that, this one as well. Okay, because negative and positive. Okay, so 4 values. Right. First value is this one. 1 over 6. So pi over 6. So x equals pi over 12. Is x1. x2, half x2. This one, I'm going to check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 5 pi over 6. So second x is 5 pi over 12. The third x. Okay, the third x. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 pi over 6. So x, the third x is 7 pi over 12. Okay. Okay, after that, uh, okay, 7 pi times 2. Oh, sorry, times 2 becomes 14. I mean, so this is, sorry, should be times 2. If times 2, it will be, sorry. Okay, it's supposed to be, this is times 2. 2 pi 6 or pi third times 3, 10. Or 5 third times 2, I mean. 7 times 2, 14. 6 times 2 plus 2. Okay, over then 2 pi. So x are pi third or 5 third pi. And then I'm gonna move to next. Wait. Okay, 11. Find the exact solutions for x. The x equals 0 to 2 pi. Sine x equals negative cosine x. Okay. It will be sine x over cosine x equals negative 1. Okay, cosine x over sine x is tangent. Tangent x equals negative 1. And tangent x equals negative 1 are this and this one. Okay. So it means x1 1 to 3 4 pi x2 this one was 7 4 pi x3 7 4 pi plus pi. It's gonna be 4 plus 7 11. 4 times 2 plus 3 over then 2 pi. So x just 3 4 pi or 7 4 pi. B sine 3x equals cosine 3x. Okay, it will be sine 3x over, if we divide it by cosine x, cosine 3x, I mean, will be 1, and this is tangent 3x. Okay. Tangent equals 1, positive 1. This one and this one. Okay. 1 4 and 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, 5 4. Okay. So 3x1 equals 1 over 4 pi. So x1 equals pi over 12 because divided by 3. I'm going to move to this space. Okay. So 3x2 equals 5 over 4 pi. So the second x is 5 over 12 pi. And the third x, okay, it is 5 over 4, okay, times, yeah, plus 2x, 2 pi, I mean. Nine. Okay. So x, the third x is 9 over 12. The fourth x, I'm gonna move the space. 5 over 4 pi plus 2 pi. 13 over 4 pi. So x4, 13 over 12 pi. So x r pi over 12, 5 over 12 pi, 3 4 pi or 13 4 pi. Okay. See? The question is sine to x equals square root 3 cosine to x. Okay. Sine to x equals square root 3 cosine to x. If divided by cosine x, it's going to be cos square root 3. So tangent to x equals square root 3. Okay. Now 2x1 or the first x you can find through this. Okay, I'm gonna check the diagram, tangent. Square root 3 tangent by this one. Why? Because if square root 3 over 2 over half, it becomes square root 3 half times 2 over 1 square root 3. So this one and this one as well. Okay. So 2 over 6 pi and 8 over 6 pi. Okay. So it means x1 equals 2 over 12 pi or pi over 6. Then two second x equals 8. X2 equals 8 pi over 12 divided by 4, 2 pi third. Then 2 x3. We're going to find the third x. Okay. 8 pi over 6 plus pi 14 pi over 6. So the third x equals 14 pi over 12. 7 over 6 pi. X4 14 pi over 6 plus pi. So x4 is 20 plus 6 pi. So x4 equals 20 over 12 pi. So it is divided by 2 or divided by 4, 5 third pi. So x are pi over 6, 2 pi third, 7 pi over 6, or 5 third pi. If you find 5, x5 will be over than 2 pi. So therefore, I didn't calculate for x5. Next, number 12, solve exactly. Okay, with the interval. Okay, cosine x minus 2 pi third equals half. Okay, with interval negative 2 pi to 2 pi. Okay, I have created for, especially for number 1, this the interval from -2 to pi, and this is the straight line of y equals half. Okay, for 12a cosine x minus 2 pi third equals half. Okay, I have created the graph for cosine x minus 2 pi third, and this one, the blue straight line, is the straight line of y equals positive half, 0.5. And look that there are four intercept point between this graph and this straight line. So we are going to find pi here, okay, on x-axis, but the unit in pi, not in integer. Okay. If cosine with the values equals half, this one is cosine, and as well this one. So 2/6 and 10/6. Okay. 2/6 and 10/6. Right. So x1 minus 2 pi third equals firstly 2 pi/6. Okay. If 2 pi/6, it means this is x gonna be 2 pi/6. I will not using the term as x1 because it's supposed to be x1 position here. Okay. I'm going to find this x, the third x actually. This one. Yeah. Okay. Right. So it is plus 2 pi third. 4 or becomes pi. Yeah. Pi, it means this one. Okay. This is this x4, it means. So about this one, for x third, wait, minus uh, is supposed to be pi minus 2 pi here. Okay. X2 pi minus 2 pi negative pi. Okay. Now we're going to find this one for x third. the third x, x3 minus 2 pi third, okay, equals negative 2 over 6 pi, okay, yeah. Because the why? Because look at the interval from negative 2 pi to pi. It means, so that's why beside 2 over 6 pi, also the values of negative of half is in negative 2 to 6 pi as well. So x third equals negative 2 6 pi plus 2 third pi. So it will be negative 2 plus 4, 2 6 pi, 1 third pi, positive 1 third. Okay, so it means x 4 or the fourth x 1 third pi minus 2 pi, 1 third pi minus 6 third pi minus 5 third pi. So x are negative 5 third pi, negative 2 6 pi, 1 third pi or pi. Okay. B, square root sine x minus pi 4 plus 1 equals 0. Interval 0 to 3 pi. Okay. B, square root sine x minus pi 4 plus 1 equals 0. Interval x 0 to 3 pi, to 3 pi. So we have to arrange this equation first, becomes square root 2 sine x minus pi over 4 equals negative 1. So sine x minus pi over 4 equals 1 over square root 2. Okay. So it means x1 minus pi over 4 equals negative square root 2. 1 over square root 2 is, and I'm going to show you this in the diagram. This one. Okay. Sign at the right side, negative. It means negative this one. Okay. And this one as well. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 4. And this one, 7 over 4. Okay, this one. Okay. Five over 4 pi. Okay. but this is uh, from this is a negative. Okay, it means okay, so it means x. Sorry, x equals. I mean, wait, this one, so half. Okay, okay. Negative one half. Right. So x minus x becomes 4 pi plus pi over 4, 6 over 4 pi. Okay, that is x1, and then x2 minus pi over 4 equals uh, negative pi over 4. Okay, so x2 equals pi over 4 minus pi over 4, 0. x3 x3 equals uh, equals 3 minus pi over 4 equals 7 pi over 4. x3 equals 7 pi over 4 plus pi over 4. It is 2 pi. So x are or 0. After that 6, 4 pi or 2 pi. After that c. Okay, sine 4 x minus pi over 4 equals 0. Okay. Wow. We need more space for this. See? X minus pi over 4 equals 0. Okay. Recall that x just 0 to pi. Okay. So it will be 4 x minus pi over 4. Okay, sine equals 0 r negative pi. Okay. Why negative pi? Because the interval, if we if you look this equation is supposed to be the interval if x minus pi over 4. As well, this is 0 minus pi over 4. Okay. Pi minus pi over 4. So x minus pi over 4, negative pi over 4. This is 3/4 pi. And if 4 times x minus pi over 4 times 4 as well becomes negative pi times 4 as well becomes 3. Yeah, so therefore from negative pi. Okay. Supposed to be pi. Yeah. But based on this interval, we should read from negative pi. So for x, or yeah, x better if x minus pi 4 equals negative 1/4 pi. So x equals negative 4 pi plus 4 pi equals 0. And then 4, the 4x2, okay, minus pi 4 equals 0. So 0 times, okay, I'm gonna move here because the space below here I'm gonna use for the next question, 12D. So it means for x2 equals pi and x2 pi 4. Next for x3, equal minus pi, I mean, equals pi. For x3 equals 2 pi. So x3 equals half pi because 2 over 4. And x4, wait, I'm going to use this space for x4 minus pi equals 2 pi. Okay. Because until 3 pi, we need to consider 3 pi, so it will be for x4, 3 pi, x4 equals 3/4 pi. And this one, 4x5 minus pi equals 3 pi. 4x5 equals 4 pi. The 4 pi divided by 4. So x5 equals 1 pi. So there are several values of x, 0. After that, pi over 4, half pi, 3 over 4 pi, or pi. Okay. Next, 12. D, 2 sine 2x minus pi third equals negative square root 3 with interval x from 0 to 2 pi. Okay. Right. I'm going to set the interval first. If x minus pi third, it means 0 minus pi third. 2 pi as well minus pi third. Okay. So it becomes minus pi third. This one, 6 minus 1, 5 third pi. After that, 2 times x minus pi third times 2 is 1 minus 2 third pi times 2 as well, 10 third pi. Okay. Right. And then this equations becomes 2. Oh yeah. 2 should moving to the right. Sine 2 times x minus pi third equals minus square root 3 over 2. Okay. Or it becomes sine 2x minus 2 third pi equals negative square root 3 over 2. 2x1 minus 2 third pi equals negative 2 third pi. Okay. If you look on the circle diagram, and then the interval from negative 2 third pi, okay, to 10 third. So it becomes 2x1 equals 2 third, negative 2 third plus 2 third pi. It's going to be 0. So x1 equals 0. After that, x2. 2x2 minus 2 third pi equals negative 2 6 pi. So 2x2 equals negative 2 over 6 pi plus 2 third pi. So 2x2 equals, this is 4, 4 minus 2. Okay, 2 over 6 pi. So x2 equals 2 over 12 pi, 1 over 6 pi. To x3 minus 2/3 pi equals 8 over 6 pi. So 2x3 8 over 6 pi plus 2/3 pi. So 2x3 equals, this is 4, so 12 pi over 2 over 6, I mean, gonna be 2 pi. Okay, we're gonna move to this space. Okay, after that, x4. Okay, x4 equals taken from x2. This one 6 plus pi equals 7 pi 6 x5 pi plus pi equals to pi. X6 is x4, 5, and 6. Okay, 7 pi plus pi, 13 216 pi. Okay, no need to using this. So x are 0, pi over 6, pi 7, pi over 6, or 2 pi. Let's go and find the unknowns in each function. A, y equals 3 sine bx plus d. Okay. In A, y equals 3 sine bx plus d. Okay. Every coordinate point pi half, comma 7 half, the equation becomes 3 sine by b pi half plus d equals 7 half. Okay. And it becomes sine pi sine pi half, sine 90 equals 1. So it becomes 3b plus d 7 half. Next, if the coordinate point 0, 2, if the coordinate point 0, 2, this equation becomes 3 sine 0b plus d equals 2. So these equations becomes, because of sine 0 equals 0, it's going to be 0 plus d equals 2. So d equals 2. Now back into this equation, equation 1, 3b plus 2 equals 7 half. Okay. So 3b equals 7 half minus 2. 3b equals 7 minus 4, 3 half. So b equals times, yeah, b equals half. So how about, yeah, d already and b already as well. Question b, okay, y equals a cos bx, okay, for pi third, 1. A cosine bx equals y. If the coordinate point for pi third, 1, this equation becomes a cosine is x b times 4 pi third equals 1. Cosine 4 pi third, so with 8 times negative half p equals 1. So 8 times b equals negative 2. If the coordinate point 0, negative 2, equation becomes a cosine 0 times b is negative 2, or a cosine 0 equals negative 2. So a equals negative 2 cosine 0. A equals negative 2 because cosine 0 equals 1. Now, A cosine this equation, cosine B times 4 pi over 3 equals cosine 0. It's 1 cosine 0. A equals -2. So -2 cosine B times 4 pi third equals cosine 0. This is 1. So cosine B times 4 pi third equals -half. I'm going to move into the space. So B times 4 pi third equals 2 pi over 3 because it's 1 cosine -half. Yeah, cosine 2 pi third equals -half. So it means B times 4 pi equals 2 pi and B equals 2 pi over 4 pi half. So this is A, this is B. Yeah, already. XC. C, this one, half cosine bx plus d. Okay. Okay. Half cosine bx plus d equals y, or y equals half cosine bx plus d. If the coordinate point 0, -0.5, this equation becomes half cosine 0, okay, plus d equals -0.5. It means half, because cosine 0 equals 1, plus d equals -0.5. So d -0.5 minus half, d equals -1. The second coordinate point, 2 pi third, comma, -5 fourth, becomes half cosine b times 2 pi third plus d is -5 fourth. And it's going to be half cosine b 2 pi third minus 1 equals -5/4. So half cosine b 2 pi third, -1 moving to the right side, it means plus 1. So it's gonna be negative 1/4. Okay. It means if times 2, cosine b2 pi third equals negative half because times 2. So cosine b2 pi third equals cosine negative half. Sixteen over 6 pi. So b2 pi third. Okay. 16 over 6 pi. B equals 16 pi 6 times 3 over 2. Okay. B equals 4. In D, I'm gonna check the space. Okay. D is y equals 5 cosine bx minus pi 4 plus D equals y, uh, yeah, y here is pi over 4, the coordinate point, comma 1. This equation becomes 5 cosine b pi over 4 minus pi over 4 plus d equals 1. So it becomes 5 cosine, this is 0, plus d equals 1. So this is cosine 0 equals 1, 5 plus d equals 1. So it means d equals negative 4 because 1 minus 5. If the coordinate point 13 pi over 4, comma negative 4, this equation becomes 5 cosine b 13 pi over 4 minus pi over 4 plus d equals 1. So 5 cosine b times 12 over 4, 3 pi. Cosine, this is, okay, 4, okay. All right. I'm going to change d equals negative 4. So 5 cosine B 3 pi equals 5, okay, or cosine B 3 pi equals 1. Wait, just now this is negative 4. Sorry, this is negative 4. Actually negative 4. Okay, negative 4 this one. So this is 0. Okay, I have to fix this first. Okay, this cosine 9 over 6 pi. So it means b times 3 pi equals 9 over 6 pi. So b equals 9 over 6 pi times 1/3 pi divided 3 half. Okay, b equals half. Next, number 14. Find the exact solutions of tangent square root 3 for x interval 0 to 2 pi. Hence, solve the following equations for x from 0 to 2 pi. Okay. Tangent x minus pi over 6 equals square root 3. Tangent how much? We have to find tangent how much equal square root 3. Okay. So okay, or tangent. We have to do this one first. Tangent x equals, because this is useful for A, B, C, and for A, B, and C. Sin x over cosine x square root 3. So it means this is tangent for square root 3 r to 6 pi or x6 pi. Okay. Okay. So this one, it means x1 minus pi over 6 2 6 pi. So x1 equals 2 over 6 pi plus 1 over 6 pi, 3 pi 6, or pi half. X2 minus pi over 6, this one, 8 over 6 pi, I'm going to scroll down. So it means x2, 8 over 6 pi plus pi over 6. That'd be 9. Okay, 9 over 6. Simplify this. 3 half pi. So x r half over 2 or 3 half pi. B. Tangent 4x equals square root 3. So it means 4x1 plus 2 over 6. Then x1, 2 over 24 pi. So 1 over 12 pi. 4x2, 8 over 6 pi. X2 equals 8 over 24 pi or 1/3 pi. 4x3, 1 over 12 pi plus pi. Okay. Wait, 1 over 12 pi plus every 90. If tangent, it means plus half pi. So it becomes 1/12 pi plus 6 over 12 pi. 7/12 pi. X4, 1/3 pi plus half pi equals 5/6 pi. X5, 7 over 12 pi plus half pi, 7 over 12 pi plus 6/12 pi. It's going to be 13/12 pi. X 6, 5 over 6 pi plus half pi, 3, 8. X7, 13 over 12. This one plus half pi becomes 19 over 12 pi x8 4/3 pi, this one, plus half pi. This is 11 over 6 pi x9, 19 over 12 pi plus half pi. This is 6 plus 19, 25 pi over than 2 pi. So pi are this one, 1 over 12, 1/3, 7 over 12. This one as well, 5 over 6 pi, 13 over 12 pi, 8 over 6 pi, 19 over 12 pi, and 11 over 6 pi. After that, C. You can see tangent square x equals 3. Okay, so it means tangent x equals square root 3. So x1 equals 2 pi over 6 because tangent 2 pi over 6, the value is square root 3. And if you simplify this, it becomes pi over 3. Okay. 2, 4 pi over 6, or 2 pi third. And then I'm going to move here, x3, pi over 3 plus pi, 4/3 pi, okay. x4, 4 pi over 6 plus pi, 10 pi over 6, 5 pi third, 8 over 6 pi plus pi, 14 over 6 pi over 6 pi over then 2 pi. So x r pi third, 2 pi third, 4/3 pi, or 5 pi third. 15. Solving for x from 0 to pi, giving your answer as exact values. Okay, 15a. 2 sine squared x minus sine x equals 0. Through factorization, becomes sine times 2 sine x, this sine x, minus 1 equals 0. So sine x equals 0, or 2 sine x minus 1 equals 0. So 2 sine x equals 1 sine x x equals half. If sine x equals 0, x1 equals 0, x2 equals pi, x3 equals 2 pi, because the interval 0 until 2 pi. Now this one, if sine x, I'm gonna move into this space. Okay. If sine x equals half, x4 pi over 6, x5 5 over 6 pi. Okay, so x are 0, pi, 2 pi, or 5, 6 pi. Okay. Let me order this x. Okay, it's supposed to be 0, pi over 6, okay. 5 pi over 6, and then 2 pi. It's supposed to be like that. X. 15b. 15b. I'm going to check the question first. 2 cosine squared x equals cosine x. Okay. Two cosine squared x equals cosine x. This equation will become 2 cosine squared x minus cosine x equals 0. Okay. If x is cosine x, so this equation can be written as 2x squared minus x equals 0, or x times 2x minus 1 equals 0. So x equals 0, or 2x minus 1 equals 0. So 2x equals 1, x equals half. Okay. We're gonna move into this space. If cosine x equals 0, if cosine x equals 0, x equals half pi and 3 half pi. Okay. If cosine x equals half, x are 1/3 pi and 5/3 pi. So x are 1/3 pi, half pi, 3 half pi, or 5/3 pi. Next, 15c. 2 cosine squared x minus cosine x minus 1 equals 0. Okay. 15c. to cosine squared x minus cosine x minus 1 equals 0. If x equals cosine x, this equation becomes, we can simplify, becomes 2x squared. Okay. To x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0. Okay. And then after that, with factorization, through factorization, x, okay, plus 1 minus 1. So 2x plus 1 equals 0, or x minus 1 equals 0. So 2x equals negative 1, x equals 1, x equals negative half. Okay, I'm going to move into the space. If cosine x equals negative half, okay, x are wait, yeah, 4 pi over 6, or 2/3 pi, and then after that x equals 8 over 6 pi, or 4/3 pi. Now if cosine x equals 1, x equals 0, x equals 2 pi. Okay, so conclusion is x are 0, 2/3 pi, 4/3 pi, or 2 pi. Okay, 15D. 15D, the question is 2 sine squared x plus 3 sine x plus 1. Okay. To sine squared x plus 3 sine x plus 1 equals 0. If x equals sine x, these equations we can write like this one: 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 equals 0. And the factorization: 2x, x. Okay, this is plus 1 minus 1. So 2x plus 1 equals 0, or x minus 1 equals 0. So 2x equals negative 1, x equals 1, x equals negative half. Okay. I'm going to move into this space. Okay, if sine x equals negative half, x equals 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6. Okay. If sine x equals -1, x equals 9/6 pi and 3/2 pi. You may check this values on the diagram, the circle diagram. So x are 7/6 pi, 3 pi half, or 11/6 pi. Okay, 15E. I'm going to check the question first. Tangent power 4x minus 2 tangent squared x minus 3 equals 0. Okay. E, I mean. Tangent power 4x, 2 tangent squared x minus 3 equals 0. If x equals tangent squared x, this equation we can write like this: x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. And through factorization, equals 0. Okay, this is -3 plus 1. So x equals 3 or x equals -1. So if x equals 3, it means tangent squared x equals 3. So it means tangent x equals plus minus square root 3. Okay. And this one, if tangent square x equals 1, tangent x equals positive -1. Okay. I'm going to use this space. If tangent x, yeah, if tangent x equals positive negative square root 3, x equals 2/6 pi. We may simplify, becomes pi third, and x equals 8/6 pi. You may simplify, becomes 4/3 pi. Okay. So next, if tangent x equals a positive -1, there is no solution for this. because for sine x and cosine x, sine x over cosine x, there is no equals 1. Okay, so x are pi third. Okay, wait. Pi third, after that 2/3 pi, one else. Okay, and then 4/3 pi or 5 pi third. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think this is clear. Because why 5 pi over third? Because this one x equals 2/3 pi plus pi. It becomes 5 pi third. Okay, all done. Okay, students, thank you for joining with me in this lesson. If you have any questions or requests, you may email me.